Hi, my name is Joanne Causey, and I have a K-12 multiple subject credential, an English single subject credential, education specialist with an add-on in autism, and I've been a teacher for 11 years, 1 at the elementary level, and 10 have been at Lakewood High School. I teach an intensive reading clinic there and several skills classes. I've been married for 37 years, and I have 2 grown and married children, and I love to craft and bake and sew and write and walk. Anyway, one thing I want to learn by taking this course is how to assess students' online reading, because at the present I am not really using any online activities, and I'm not really sure how I would do that. I did, when I worked at the elementary, use Read Naturally, and but that was a static program. It wasn't online. And so the students read aloud, and I could access how they answered questions by reports. But if I want my students at high school to just be reading online, how am I going to assess their ability, especially if it's a silent activity? My first question is really more of a wondering, and it had to do with how can I continue to teach the way I teach without including more of the new literacies. One reason that I don't is because my program is based on Linnean Bell methods and materials, and there isn't really, it's scripted, and part of it is because I don't want to let go of that interaction that I have with my students, them to sounding it out, and I tell the others in the group to wait, and it's in the moment, and I really like that about it. And I don't know that there's an interactive program that can mimic what I do, which is kind of like job security. But no, I care about the kids, and I want them to learn to read, and I want them to be able to read online as well. And I know that that's an important thing, especially now. My second question is, I don't want to sacrifice their growth because they do grow doing the exercises that we do in class, and if I'm introducing new literacies, how can I fit that in? One point from the text that I'd like to talk about is how Johnson debates whether you should have book reading or internet reading, and I'm thinking, we don't have time to wait to find out if we should or we shouldn't. We just need to get in there and start doing it. I mean, I know that I need to know more about it, but I think because I actually like the computer and having the access to internet, that I'm more interested, and that leads to my second point, which has to do with teacher interest. So if a teacher isn't interested in including online activities, then how are the students going to learn it? The third thing I wanted to talk about is how interactive the computer is when they're doing things like blogs, because my daughter has a blog, and at first she wanted me to proofread her writing and stuff, but after she didn't have to because she was getting feedback from people, and she does a do-it-yourself project where she had to be clear when she was writing the instructions, and I think she learned because she cared about having her reader understand her, and I think that's something that's important that kids don't get in school. They write because they have to for a project or whatever, and they're not thinking, oh gee, I really care about what I'm writing. And the same with reading. They don't care about a lot of the things that they have to read in class, and so they don't make as much effort. So I just think that we need to, be realistic in what we expect from them. And then, yeah, that's all I have to say.